new single. Listen to me. We're gonna do it one time for you. Yeah, I'm a boss. Y'all take a loss if y'all get anywhere within my shit. I'm on the get lit like I just bought a big. Light it up, make me a hit. I stack my money in bundles, keep me some hundreds on stash. I see that moolah, I smash. I ain't got time for the petty. Yeah, I stay ready. My mind stay focused on cash. Roll with a whole bunch of heavyweights. We come to regulate like we were Nate Dogg in this. We pirates. We seeking your sit with loose lips. We came in the game as blue chips. Everybody talking about we gon' fall. I am not with that at all. I just use that to fuel my fire, cause we gon' outlast them all. And if you don't like that, that's cool, but your girl think I'm that dude. She know I do everything I say I'ma do. What about you? I told him I turn up under one condition. I get to be Bobby Brown. Yeah, that's my prerogative and my position. I'm about to go Bobby Brown, a new edition. Pre-order now, April 1st.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining the special episode of the Main Stage Music live stream. I am Brad, and I'm accompanied by two special guests today. First of all, the lovely Danielle, okay, but Extraordinaire the Great is in the house.
It is me. I am him. How you doing out there?
Now, I'll tell you what, it's like, it is such an honor, of course, for people who've been watching the show for a while now. We invite your comments. You are absolutely welcome to. I got my phone on me. I'm here ready to read your comments on the air. But I want you to, of course, always got to do the, hey, like and share. Let all y'all friends know that we're here and we're ready to party a little bit. Okay, now that being said, what we are talking about today, okay, is featuring, obviously, Extraordinaire and his art, okay?
What are you drinking?
This is Eagle Rare.
Oh, okay.
Eagle Rare. You want some?
He didn't offer me none of that. He just said Sprite and water.
I got a witness here.
I didn't hear all that. Okay, back on task.
But that being said, is like so now he is our third musical guest. He's the month of March. Okay, and like we promised, every month we're going to feature a creator. Okay, so we are talking about people who are creating their own art, and we want y'all to support, you know, people who are doing that kind of stuff. And so this episode is all about stuff that you might not have heard before and may not know the talent that we have in this area. So now one thing is that, yeah, look at this guy. So let me tell you something. He is all about the promotion. But you know, honestly, that in itself is an art, okay? Mm-hmm. Because you think about it, why do you drink Coca-Cola? Is it really because it's the most delicious thing? Or is it because it's everywhere?
It's everywhere.
You know where it is. And so if anything we can learn from Extraordinaire here is that without promotion, you're not getting out there and people aren't going to enjoy your art.
Yeah.
So definitely it's an important part. Now, you guys might not know this because I'm not really that cool, but we've known each other.
Yeah, we go back.
For almost 30 years. If you can believe it.
Yeah, because I was like 7 when we met at L&M Music. And I was a young lad trying to start rapping, but Lil Bow Wow beat me to that young rapper thing. But yeah, it's true.
Well,
it's true.
Okay, so when I first got to know you, you were involved with a studio called Rock Block.
Block Life, Conscious Steps, shout out to Block, that's where I actually met Danielle at Block Life Studios.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And it was that's you crazy. And your friend Kevin.
Yes.
As I recall.
Exactly.
And man, you guys were the master of the Ensoniq ASR
That was my baby right there. I did all my production on that.
You knew it inside and out, man. That was incredible.
Yes.
And of course, I'm a guitar player at heart, but I go where the artists go. And so if it really wasn't for Extraordinaire here, and obviously Kevin, who I haven't seen in years, by the way, I would not have learned a lot of that technology, which is how you guys created. Mm-hmm. Now, you've recorded tons of artists in the Chattanooga area.
Yes.
And outside of Chattanooga, too, didn't? Because I know you had worked in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I saw a video where you in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about who you've worked with and what you've been doing the last.
Okay. Started out when I was a young boy growing up in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I went to MTSU, met a lot of great people like Chris Cuban Tatum, Count Bass D, I'm gonna sound serious though, DJ Pocket, a lot of those guys like that. And I wanted to, when I went to MTSU, I wanted to come home and bring the knowledge that I learned back to Chattanooga, back to my hometown. So I linked up with Block from Conscious Step Studios and all those great artists. Rest in peace to Brick from Piney Woods and that group Piney Woods. Endangered Species was a great act. And I was just able to work with a lot of different artists. David Banner used to come to our studio out on the road with Yin Yang Twins and Big Critter. There's a lot of great people that y'all might not have heard of out there, but I'm letting you know now. And when you look up, you're like, oh, those are some big names. So different things like that. I was just blessed to be in the right place at the right time throughout my career.
Well, I mean, I know that I've heard some of your stuff, and I have to say, I have heard a lot of, well, I've heard a lot of everything. When you're involved in this business, everyone, hey man, let me show you what I've been working on and stuff. And a lot of times you learn to smile and nod. And
wait a minute, am I in the camera? I got to make sure I'm in there. Yeah, that's what we're doing too.
But then the first time I've heard some of your recent stuff, I'm like, dude, this is legit.
Appreciate it.
I mean, no, really, really good. And
thank you.
Honestly, we hadn't connected in a while since I moved up to Dayton, because I know y'all don't like going up in the way up north.
I know.
Dayton. I mean, it's like 30 minutes.
I know, man.
Chattanooga, man, it's like, whoa, might as well be on Mars, right?
It's a trip, literally.
But we ended up connecting again, doing a rap show that we were involved in. I got to meet a lot of the Chattanooga rappers. And then lo and behold, I'm like, no,
yeah,
my man, you know.
Yeah.
And but then I got to hear that video you did with
Too Short.
Too Short, yeah, the cartoon video. Yeah. And wow, man, that was incredible. Now, when did you record that?
I recorded that back in 2015, and I re-released it as a remix. And I always knew that I wanted to do a video based on his album that he did years ago, Short Dogs in the House, where he was like as a dog. So I was like, let's just do that. I just wanted to have the opportunity to do that. So it was cool, you know. Shout out to Too Short. Shout out to everybody.
I mean, it's really good, and you guys need to check it out. Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's streaming everywhere. I would perform it tonight, but it's a little risque.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it kind of PG-13. You know, we're not about censorship at all, okay?
Yeah.
But we do have a very broad audience, and we just want to make sure everybody's cool.
So I respect you people out there.
Now, one thing is, you know, you've been doing this a long time. What got you started in music? Like, I mean, because what we're trying to do is connect to people who are sitting in their bedrooms and thinking, man, I'd like to do this. How do I get started with this? Now, I mean, it was a different time.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think the fundamentals are probably the same, right?
I just wanted to be a part of it. You know, I was hanging around with older kids that were actually rapping, and this was back when people, I'm not gonna date myself, I was 7 when I started. Anyway, it wasn't a lot of people doing it, and so I gravitated to those people that were doing it. And so if I could just be the hype man eating potato chips on the stage.
What's a hype man?
That's the guy that just, come on, throw your hands up. Let me hear you say, ho.
Cheerleader, I got you.
Ho. So if that was the way, and then I ended up getting equipment, and I started producing for my crew, and then I started rapping. And I was always rapping, but I worked up to the level where I'm an equal now, because I was always younger. So like I said, I was 7 when I started. I'm lying, but you're gonna believe me out there, because anything you put out there, people are gonna believe. So I started doing that, and then decided once I graduated, I wanted to go to MTSU and learn about it. And like I said, I wanted to come back and work with artists like Tanielle, that I've been blessed to work with over the past 20-something years now. So, you know, it's just great. For me, I'm a producer first, and I enjoy just making the music and putting the puzzle pieces together when I'm working with other artists or working for myself to produce music. And I'm just honored always to be in that position to do that.
So we got to hear a little taste of something that's going to be dropping. It's a brand new track that you kind of sample a little bit but now I know, you know, I guess one thing that people enjoy about this is they actually get to see that you're not some pre-recorded chump that, you know, only lives in the studio. You can do this live.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to feature a track now.
Yes.
You and of course the lovely Tanielle is singing some background vocals.
She's actually the lead on this. I'm just kind of like sidekicking. But you know, the name of this song is Beautiful One. It's a beautiful song. She took it there. Shout out to Chill Mode, who I produced this with. Let's see how it sounds.
Let me get this fat cowboy out of here and let these guys get to it.
Yeah, you ready?
Stay ready.
When that song drops, I want to see what you're going to do.
If I had the love to give to you,
Say what?
I'll give it to you, my beautiful one. If I had love to give to you,
Chills.
I'll give it to you, my beautiful one. If I had love to give to you, I'll give it to you, my beautiful one. If I had love to give to you, I'll give it to you, my beautiful.
I met her at the all-white affair looking stunning. Her and a couple of her buddies. When I made that approach, I could tell she had interest, but she pulled back something funny. I said, I don't want to waste your time, but I'm really not in the position to audition. She straight dissed him. I said, cool, and got the dipping. Ran into her in the parking lot. I talked it out. I got that number. When I called her up the next evening, she told me the spell that she been under. Said her last man broke her heart. Kept her insecure, overthinking. Wasted too many years, had too many tears. Moving on's gonna take convincing. She said, to love again is hard. Now I see the challenge moving forward. When your heart's been scarred, you gotta heal the pain or it ain't moving forward. Girl, I'm true blue. I'm looking for someone to share my world. That's when girl looked me in the eye. Told me my main concern. Go girl.
If I had love to give to you, I'll give it to you, my beautiful one. If I had love to give to you,
I hear you, girl.
I'll give it to you, my beautiful one.
Yeah.
If I had love to give to you, I'll give it to you, my beautiful one. If I had love
I'm gonna talk dirty
to give
to
to
you. I'm gonna talk dirty to you.
I'll
Like this.
give it to you, my beautiful one.
I'm talking about this could be us, but then girl really don't trust. Her emotions so Rosa Parks, she keeping with the baggage in the back of the bus. And you know I really want us. This ain't thirst, your boy stay thirsty. Oh, for someone I can share my life with, go to church with every Sunday. But you can't be partners in this darkness. That ain't the way life really supposed to be. Maybe next lifetime, maybe then it will be. Way to excel, baby, just breathe. Ain't that a sigh of relief, trying to keep my consideration brief? I know you've been through hell, I'm not trying to cause you any more grief. You got a good head on your shoulders, wanna find out what makes you tick. Don't hold back that beautiful smile, girl, you fit to take a pic. Love has no guarantees, and she says she's scared of me. Girl, it's true, you know it all, but all I want is you and me, you and me. Hey.
If I had love to give to you, I'll give it to you, my beautiful one. If I had love to give to you, I'll give it to you, my beautiful one.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tanyelle.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was really awesome.
Thank you very much.
I was in awe. I was sitting here like out of body experience. I was like,
Folks,
yeah.
oh, that was
So
amazing.
kind. Thank you so much.
You guys are tough. Now,
It was
I mean,
fun writing.
do you guys do you go out and gig? I mean, what is the gig scene looking like for you?
I'm gonna be honest. This is our first time ever performing together. We've got numerous songs together. I mean, literally, like we didn't practice this, but we are so in sync. We've been doing this working together on songs and stuff over the years. So it's just like, we talked about it and did it.
Well, now,
Yeah,
can
so
you-
I stay ready.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say. Now we had talked just a second because this is the first time I've ever got to meet Tanyelle. And now you told me though that you actually stay pretty active in the Chattanooga area.
Yes.
So who do you play with? Like, where did you get your start, and kind of how'd that roll?
Well, started in church. I was a little younger than 7.
Yeah.
Oh, the Chattanooga
She
Choo
got me.
coming.
Yeah.
So you
I
know
got
we're
you.
in Chattanooga because you can hear the Chattanooga
Yeah,
Choo.
exactly.
Yeah.
So-
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Chattanooga
right.
Choo Choo.
Yeah.
So started really young. Grew up in church. Loved music. All my life. Started writing, doing jingles, anything that I could do. I was always pretty much in the entertainment. And so I end up meeting some people. They happen to be the mailmen. Been with them since I was a teenager, actually.
Wow.
I know.
And now you're not a teenager anymore.
And now I'm not a teenager. Yes, I have a son. So I do gigs every week.
That is fantastic.
Every week I'm doing something. I'm working with Extraordinaire, the Mailman. I do shows with TSJ. Plan B, my own projects, Tanyelle.
Yes.
So,
What's the name of that single? Plug it.
Can't blame it on me.
Her new single
Blame
is
It
out
on Me.
now.
Okay.
It's right there with Beautiful One. Can't Blame It on Me. It's out right now. Get it. It's a beautiful song.
Now, you guys, I know you're from Chattanooga.
Yes.
Now, did you grow up here as well?
I was raised in Chattanooga. I was
Okay.
born in Virginia.
Yeah.
Mom came back here, and I've been here.
That's kind of like my story, because I wasn't born in the South. I was born in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so, but that was my childhood. When I was just a teenager, we moved here. So really, my entire adult life has been here in Tennessee, and this is my home. And I mean, it's like, no doubt, so I understand, it's like you can be born somewhere else, but know where your roots are.
Oh, yeah,
And
always.
when it comes to music, Tennessee is ground zero. I mean, if you really think about it, from rock and roll, country, everything, every kind of popular music on earth, pretty much, this is where the heart and soul of it is.
Exactly.
And so now, I mean, that being said, it's like you listen. Would you like classify yourself as a rap artist, as a hip hop artist, R&B? Do you like titles? I mean, is that something?
I call myself a producer first, so a lot of the songs that I do are just demos, so people can hear, oh, he can do this, he can do. Like, if I was set in one style, I think it would kind of limit me. I think it also limits me as far as I can get my music out there. But for me, it's first about production, because this is completely different than the next song I'm gonna do. But at the same time, it's still me.
Now we got a first comment. Now again, we encourage you guys to comment. Any question you have, hey, there's no rules here, okay? Like for example, so we've got our friend Christopher Abernathy chiming in.
Oh no, hey Chris, how you
He
doing?
goes, this
Hi,
guy
Chris.
is why I really be going. His drive is one of the few that won't stop.
I appreciate
I
it.
can't disagree with you. No,
That's
I mean,
true.
I owe you some money for that.
and then we got, now please forgive me if I mispronounce this, but is it Tiffany?
Yes.
Hey.
Tiffany Thomas. And you know what she says? Looking good, Tanya.
Oh, thank
So
you,
she
man.
knows. Now again, that being said, if you, these people have stories. We need to pull it out of them, okay? Like for example, okay, now I didn't know this, but my friend here, when he was a little boy, told me he was in the KKK.
Whoa. No,
No, he was.
I was technically, I was a Candy Castle kid.
Candy Castle kid.
That was my daycare. Don't get it twisted. I did not have no hood. Now, I'm out here in the country, so it's like, whoa, wait a minute. My people have no.
Hey, if
Candy
we can't
Castle.
have fun,
Yeah, exactly.
what are we doing
I
here,
was a
right?
Candy Castle kid. Rest in peace to Diane Mason, who raised a lot of us kids out there.
No, it was a great program.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Wonderful
Yeah.
program.
No, I mean, I was looking at these guys, and then I was like, hey, wait a minute, where are these pictures from?
Hey, wait a minute.
Actually,
He's a
I thought, man,
I knew it,
someone
boy.
had some fun with that.
Yeah.
And we got our friend Jaime Blanton. Maybe it's Jamie Blanton.
Oh, okay.
Tammy is so killer. Tammy. You have a
That's
Tammy is what they call you?
no, she's Danielle.
Danielle,
It's like
Tammy.
Walter is mine. Yeah.
No, sounds great. Now, do you remember Jamie? Because Jamie probably runs sound for you.
I
So-
know, Jamie.
Yeah. So, and Jamie's our normal
Jamie.
co-host, but he's in Florida living that salt life right now.
I'm so
And,
jealous.
well, you'd be jealous if you're laying on the beach and stuff, but he's actually working.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
meh,
Sorry, Jamie.
Whereas, we're up here living the Tennessee, dream right here. But one thing that a lot of people that don't understand about Tennessee and about music in general, okay, is that we are all in this together, okay? So, for example, like I would say my favorite type of music is, I guess I would say, roots Americana, okay? So like old story kind of songs, okay? Some people might call it classic country. I don't even like that term, because I would say I like guys like Johnny Cash, but I like guys like Tom Petty, and I, also grew up listening to LL Cool J and whatever. But the point is that if you can sing a song without having to have a bunch of instrumentation behind it and people know what that song is, that's Americana. A lot of people don't realize that the earliest country music songs were written by African American.
Oh yeah.
And so, because they were friends with the Carter family, okay? So a lot of people who don't get it about country music, it might have been played by, white people, but it was written by black folks.
A lot of those instruments were African, as a matter of
Oh,
fact.
a banjo is an African,
Exactly.
American invention, because they didn't have banjos in Africa, but they brought that culture over here. So really, it's like what we're listening to here. Okay, full disclosure, I don't listen to a lot of rap, a little bit. I listened to it back when it was, I don't know, back in the 80s and 90s when it was a lot more fun. And then everything started getting a little...
Formulate.
Yeah, well, and honestly violent.
Yeah.
I didn't care for, I don't like, talking down to women, and I don't care for violence. And so I stopped listening to it for a little while, but I enjoyed it, okay, the rap music from that day. Now that being said though, it's like some people who say, oh, I don't listen to rap, it's not my style. You listen to a lot of country music these days.
It's got a rap
Little
beat.
Nas X, or whatever his name was, he had a huge hit. And then you got guys like Nelly, who's producing, and there's a lot of people in the rap world that are creating music in the modern day country
and
world.
vice versa.
And absolutely. And so the thing is that we are to a point now where, at least in the music world, there's no fussing and there's no fighting when you're talking about music.
Yeah,
Everybody's together, okay?
Exactly.
It's the most unifying force on earth. It really is.
Exactly.
And so that's kind of one reason we're doing these shows, is that, I want to feature somebody different.
Exactly.
So like we had an outsider band. They're kind of would say weird rock, okay?
They called it junk.
They called it junk.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
what
nice,
they
though.
called
It
their
was-
music.
yeah, it was
And it
good.
was great though,
I
but
liked
people
it a
loved
lot.
it. And then last month we had a very talented young teenager that's been playing gigs, Maya Tripp. Fantastic job. And of course we got you doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, we love variety, because from everything, you're going to get something uniquely awesome, okay? And we're all in this together, and this is where we draw from. We got some more comments. Douglas Kerr,
Uh-oh.
you know this guy?
Yeah, I know him. He's a
He
DJ.
just says,
He's a good guy.
extraordinary!
That's my buddy. I thought,
know?
I thought it was gonna be some jokes, but that would be your brother Kevin.
Seriously.
The band. But yeah,
now,
that's cool.
Again,
Much love, man. Appreciate
So
you.
absolutely, we appreciate it. Now again, I know you guys have another song in you. I know that people don't want to hear my chump mouth running when you got your rhymes waiting to happen.
Bars, son. Bars.
Bars.
Spitting bars.
Spitting bars.
Bars.
Let's let him spit some bars, and but I want you guys to enjoy another song, all right?
Let's get fresh.
Let's get
You
fresh
know,
for him
man.
real quick.
Let's get fresh.
Oh, we're gonna get fresh. Now you ain't gotta sing, but let's look good back there. Because I'm fresh, Jackie's fresh, Gibson is fresh, and Mr. Brad is fresh. And my name's Extraordinaire. And you gotta get fresh. And I want y'all to rock with me. Yeah. Get fresh. I'm gonna have some fun with this one, I think. Y'all listen to me. Look, I'm church suit sharp, fresh like Easter. Girl that I'm with, dime piece fashionista. So underrated, but I'm NC-17. My partners spoke so many trees, they call them evergreen. And y'all ain't never seen me show off, so take a seat. Watch me work, watch me write a rhyme, make a beat. I just cut to the ain't got time to bullshit. I'ma keep it 100, I'ma flip the full script. The Academy is mad at me cause I don't do Oscar. I do rap like Mick Jagger does Rockstar. It's your honor to be in my presence. It's about time that I take it to the exits cause I get fresh, stay fresh, want more, not less. Get fresh, stay fresh, want more, not less. Get fresh, stay fresh, want more, not less. Yeah, I'm fresh like because I get fresh, stay fresh, want more, not less. Get fresh, stay fresh, want more, not less. Get fresh, stay fresh, want more, not less. Let me do one more for y'all. I could have said my speech so retarded, but that's not PC. My girl half black and she half Khaleesi. It's so easy to get paper like a printer. I feel right at home when it's cold in the winter. Yeah, that's just me. I can't help it. I'm so cool. Mr. T, these folks, I pity that fool. Girl, get giddy for the tool that I use when I'm screwing. They be gunning for they shot, but I'm not J.R.U.ing. They ooh and they all, they wantin' that raw. I just told you I was cold, girl, don't wait for me to thaw. That boy, Wally, keep the game on padlock. The rest of y'all fade to black, pay the backdrop. I insisted I'm the ain't none of y'all can get with me or mine, it's gonna take a ton of y'all. I run them off like they on my property. And if they ask why, I'ma tell them properly that I get fresh, stay fresh, want more, not less. Get fresh, stay fresh, want more, not less. Get fresh, stay fresh, want more, not less. Church suit sharp and I'm fresh light because I get fresh, stay fresh, want more, not less. Get fresh, stay fresh, want more, not less. Get fresh, stay fresh, want more, not less. Church suit sharp, fresh like Easter. Yeah, and it goes something like that. Something like that. Gibson, can I get a ho? People out there in TV land, can I get a hell yeah? Y'all just put that in the comments.
This is some, no man, I'm telling you. I mean, fun. the energy, that's what it's all about. Now, okay, let me ask you, because again, you're an independent artist.
Yeah.
Do you want gigs?
Oh yeah, I do.
So like, I mean, tell me what your gig schedule is. I mean, you're not going to be playing down at like La Hacienda Mexican restaurant.
This is my first performance since the pandemic. I was just about to ramp up in 2020, and I had stuff planned. And like March 29th, I was going to shoot some stuff in Atlanta, and the world kind of shut down. That was like 2 years ago, you know, this week. And but now I'm picking back up with that, getting out and doing a lot more shows and performances. But like you said, I've been doing this since I was 7, so it's just easy for me to get back on and do my hype man thing. So it's like, even though I'm here in this studio audience, I'm gonna talk to y'all out there in the crowd. I'm gonna have some fun regardless. So book me, holler at me. I wanna have some fun.
Yeah, so I mean, just out of curiosity, so I mean, what does, like, if someone wants to consume what you do, where do they go in the Chattanooga area? Now, again, the reason I ask that, okay, because again, I'm ignorant when it comes to this stuff. I know where I can tell someone to go if they want to see like a singer-songwriter, okay? Or if someone wants to see like a, you know, I mean, a heavy metal band or something like that. Mm-hmm. But in Chattanooga area, okay, where do you go to see like an R&B, hip hop, you know, rap type of show? And what does that look like?
She'll tell you.
Well, you go on Facebook, they print out everything, and they have all the information on events that are going on in the city, and that's how you kind of get plugged in.
Mm-hmm.
So what clubs are like pushing or and like supporting the scene?
Or what Facebook page?
Well,
or what
I
pages
will
can
say,
people go to?
Well, I think it's Chattanooga Events or Live Events.
Mm-hmm.
So if you actually plug in Chattanooga Events, and it should actually come up.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's happening in Chattanooga should come up.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just didn't know, like.
I put on the spot. Like, did you see?
No,
well, that's fine.
I'm trying to think. I'm just
I was like,
everything.
I don't know. You go.
Stress out. We're good here. Okay.
That's why
we're
I brought
country
her.
here. We're good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like I have a lot of friends that are business owners, okay, and restaurant owners and stuff like that. And now again, I don't know what's all involved in that kind of stuff, as far as different shows, because I know some of my friends go, dude, don't be sending me some heavy metal band because people are going to pick their plates up and they're going to go home. Yeah. Okay. But in the same right, I'm like, you know, something like what you do is high energy. Okay. You definitely get the crowd pumped up. And I'm thinking, well, it's like we need to find businesses, okay, that want to, if you're looking for a high energy show, if you're looking for, you know, just some kind of party type of thing, okay? We need to get more of this kind of stuff in the Chattanooga area.
Yeah.
Well, like, why haven't we had something like this at Nightfall?
Right.
It's been a minute, okay? And I'll tell you what, I mean, I can get it if it was like, you know, because again, it's a public venue, so you want to make sure that you keep it. But I don't think anything that you do is that way. You know?
I've got songs that could go over there on that edge, but
the edge is fine.
Yeah,
going over the edge is the problem.
Exactly. I don't do that. I mean, I know my audience. I try to always pick my show for the audience that I'm gonna be presenting to. I said that, it sounded like I was mumbling, but I got it out. But I like to just set my show up for whatever crowd that I'm performing to. So I performed at UTC Arena. I performed at places in Dalton, like Hole in the Walls. In the Spectrum, like when they opened Finley Stadium, I opened Finley Stadium. That was years ago. That dates me. But that just goes to show.
Oh, the one by the, what is it called? Cricket Pavilion now?
Yeah,
I don't even know what it's
you're
called.
right. Yeah, exactly.
Is it First Tennessee Pavilion?
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's called this week.
I mean, I just cater that's the word I'm looking for, cater. I cater my shows to whatever audience that I'm gonna be speaking to
That's
that
smart.
day. So if I'm in a club where they're gonna turn up, I'm gonna turn up, I'm gonna say some bad words, filth, floor, and filth. I'm the king of talking.
When in Rome.
Yeah, so I mean, you just, and see somebody like Tanyelle, she can go anywhere and just sing, and they're gonna be like, oh. And she's got so many styles. She's worked with so many great people like Sam Sims, has worked with Janet Jackson and all that stuff.
Bass player.
So
I remember Sam.
I say that because experience, a lot of people don't have that experience that me and her have of dealing with different venues, different types of people, different people in the industry, different people on the street level, you know what I mean, just audiences. So, like I said, you just have to cater to who you're gonna be speaking to, so.
I will say this, the Big 9, I think that's coming up. So that's April the 9th. So there's going to be a lot of artists doing
Yeah,
that.
somebody
I
else
want
said
to
something
say,
like that.
yeah, Sam
Where's that
Sims.
going to be?
That's
You told
right in
me
front of
about
Bessie Smith Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Great,
so I'm going to
great
be
place.
doing that venue.
Exactly. I set you up to say that.
Get there.
I know.
I played it off.
Sam Sims, the Big 9.
Yeah.
Now, Sam Sims, I've known for many years. Again, he doesn't know me. But I mean, for my days selling music equipment, okay? Now he's played with
You
everybody.
name it, yeah.
The guy is a Chattanooga treasure that for some reason people forget. I mean, they need to
Well,
have
I
him up
don't.
there. No. I mean, they'll go, oh, Usher's from Chattanooga. Usher. Sam Sims is from Chattanooga.
He
You know?
represents.
I mean, that's the deal,
I was telling,
He's the real deal.
Yeah, I was telling her his mother was my 6th grade teacher.
Oh,
so
cool.
even beyond that, it's just like, oh, that's somebody I can aspire towards, So it's good that you have people like that in your city.
We've got so
And
much
I wrote a song
talent.
with him, the single, Can't Blame It On Me. We
Yeah.
wrote that together.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
He writes, he produces, he's an artist, he sings. So, and
Now, we do have a question here for both y'all. It's from a Jeremy Kerr, okay?
Okay.
Where does your inspiration come from? And how do you stay motivated? I mean, I can understand why that's a deep question, and it's probably a wide open question. Because we all get discouraged sometimes, right?
Thank you, Jeremy, for that question. Shout out to Circa 94 Beats. And I say this, my inspiration just comes from the people that I collaborate with. Because a lot of times it's not even about me making the music, it's about me producing the music, which is a big difference because making the music is one thing, but then bringing the people together, bringing in your bass player, bringing in your piano player. I aspire to Quincy Jones as far as production in hip hop. So
Now, I'm not
that's
trying
awesome.
to cut you off,
No,
but
you're
just
fine.
to explain something. People hear that term producer a lot.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Now, I mean, from what I understand, and please correct me if I'm wrong, what a producer does is he sees the raw rock and he cuts it into a diamond.
Exactly.
So he sees what it can be,
Yeah.
and he uses what he knows to craft something that's
Exactly.
saleable in the marketplace.
Exactly, in commercial. So,
I gotcha.
so it's some people would deem me a beat maker, but like I said, I aspire for more. you
Sure.
know. So I want to be a producer that chisels it out, sees the beauty in something, even though it's not there yet, and chisel it away.
Now, have you worked with people who are, let's just say, a style of music that are not, let's just say, rap, hip hop, R&B?
Oh yeah, I've worked with gospel artists. Shout out to Tim Zillinger. I'm actually promoting a single for the late great Rance Allen. When Jesus Comes For Me, that just was released last Friday. I'm helping promote that, and I'm proud to be a part of that. Even though my brand doesn't associate with that, I didn't produce it or anything, but somebody brought me on for my know-how and promotion, and I'm just proud of that project to be a part of that. But I've worked with R&B with her, over the years, and it's been great. Like I said, gospel, jazz. I've tried to dip my finger in all, because we were talking about Americana and all that and the music. What's great about hip hop is it takes from everything. It takes from every genre. I've heard even before Nelly and all that, and Lil Nas X, I heard country and rap, you know,
Sure.
1989, you know, back in the days, square dance rap with Sir Mix-a-Lot. So it's nothing new.
No.
Hip hop just takes the best of everything and makes it part of hip hop. And so that's the great thing about being a hip hop artist, is that I can do everything. You know, there's no limit to what I can do. I can do trap music, I can do boom bap music, I can do, you know, gospel, I can do R&B, and I can take all that and make it a gumbo, the melting pot, and make it hot.
Now, I tell you, the word gospel means good news, okay?
Oh, yeah.
When I first moved here to Tennessee, now one band that really inspired me a lot, and I don't know if you guys listen to them, this is, of course, a loaded question, everybody. Staples Singers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
oh, yeah.
huge fan, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And so I moved down here to Tennessee, and they go, hey, we got gospel music playing at McDonald's on Thursday nights, or Wednesday nights or something. I'm like, what? I mean, I moved to Tennessee, and they got gospel music. So I come down to the McDonald's to see this gospel singing, and it sounded like country barbershop quartet kind of stuff, and I'm going, wait a minute.
That's not.
This ain't funky. You know.
Ain't no
Now,
funk
again,
in
I'm not
that.
saying it's bad,
Yeah.
but it wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah,
so, like, I know the
sold
term
you.
gospel is a pretty wide spanning word too.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you get out in the woods and the mountains and stuff, and gospel music kind of sounds like that 1970s country sounding stuff. But you get to like West Tennessee, you know, and I guess you get the spicy gospel, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the stuff where there's a B3 organ, you know, just moving, right? And so, I mean, that's the kind of stuff you guys are talking. When you're talking about gospel, you're talking about the, you know,
Yeah.
okay, zipping it up kind of gospel.
She grew up, you know, like in my church, it was like, oh, he, oh.
Yeah.
But at her church, boy, they got drums. We didn't have no drums in mine. It was like, you know, but they be jamming over
Well, there was
Very
a
musical.
church
Yeah.
that I worked with in Chattanooga that was called Mount Olivet
Oh, yeah.
Baptist Church, and their pastor was named Kevin Adams. And man, I'll tell you what, whoever they had on keys back, I sold them a Korg Trinity back in 1999.
Oh, okay.
Holy smokes!
good keyboards.
Boom, 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 boom. I mean, he could hit
came
it.
in.
Man, it was crazy. I'm just like, just keep on playing. I just want to watch. I mean, it was really wild. And see, I didn't experience that kind of stuff because I come from more of like a Bible church background, you know? And so it's more teaching and less praise and
Yeah.
worship like what y'all are talking. But man, I'll tell you what, it's amazing how that inspiration, that good news and whatever spot, you know, can really plant the seeds for all sorts of music that we're experiencing now. And both of y'all are basically, you know, from a similar, you know, background in that case. Now, Tiforne, am I getting that right, by the way?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I just
That's
don't want to
pretty good.
disrespect your name.
Tiforne.
Yeah, Tiforne. I mean, it sounds so exotic, you know, like she's a
She is very
fragrance model or something like that in Paris.
Real estate.
Yeah.
Real estate.
She's a
But,
writer.
Sell your house.
Shout out to her. She's a writer too. When we
she's a
first started, she was
excellent.
rapping and everything.
Now it says, do y'all both practice every day on your craft?
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Every day.
look, she probably knows. Yeah.
Driving my son to school every day. He's like, Mom, really?
Hey, that's what my son says. So I keep a harmonica in the front thing. He's like, okay, enough. I'm like,
I think that's important.
well,
to
kids
practice
are
your
like,
craft every
yeah,
day.
but your kids don't think it's near
They
as
don't
cool
think-
as you do. So, but okay, so first of all, I want to thank you guys so much for coming out. I know everybody that's been watching has just been absolutely eating it up, and of course, there's all sorts of cheers and stuff for what y'all are doing. And quick shout out as far as social media. I know that they can follow you on YouTube at Extraordinaire the Great.
Yes. I'm pretty much Extraordinaire the Great on Instagram and Twitter. I'm 3 Extraordinaire. Follow me all there. Check out Circuit 94 Beats, Black Folk Inc., all those different things.
New album or
Yeah.
new track dropping in a couple weeks.
New track is dropping. Let me just plug a lot of stuff. Shout out to Paco. He's got a new album coming out, produced by Circuit 94 Beats. It's coming out in April. It's called Unmatched Spirits. Shout out to Crisis of Rhyme Down. I have a project coming out with him. We're producing that. I have a project coming out. I have a single coming out. I started out this whole show with it. It's called Bobby Brown. It's dropping April the 1st. You're going to have to see it to believe it. I got a video for it and everything.
Bobby Brown.
10
what's
year on
funny?
423 IG.
It's like we've got, you know, you're mentioning Bobby Brown. At the store, I've snuck in tracks from the Good Enough album. And people will be like going, What is playing? I grew up with Bobby Brown. I love that stuff.
yeah.
He's a legend.
He's a legend singer.
The whole
I don't
group.
think I'd
Shout
ever
out to
want to
New
be,
Edition.
a relationship with somebody that mean. But I mean, he's a good singer. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
Well, I'll tell you what. I know you guys had one last little thing in your sleeve there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and leave you guys with some extraordinary art.
Let's do what you said.
Yeah.
What you said.
What you said. What you said.
But hey, thank you guys so much for
Thank
coming
you
out.
so much.
Please hit up their social media. Give them a like, give them a share. And honestly, if you go out and see the Mailmen, say, hey, Tanyelle, I saw you on the show. But seriously, you need to go and check out, Extraordinaire.
She has the single, Can't Blame It On Me.
Do it.
I have the single, Bobby Brown. I have a beautiful one out now. For that, I put it up on me with B-Lo Brown. A lot of good stuff, and I just want to thank every one of you and everybody that came out and checked us out. We finna ride out with this. Tanyelle's I'm glad she's here. She's not singing on this, but she jamming, and she's my hype girl. I appreciate you so much, seriously. So I'm gonna go into this song. This is just, I'm gonna take it back with this one. This is called What You Said. I'm gonna try to do it without saying the bad words. This is, I know you got your family watching, but listen, cousins, making beats in my bed while your girl give me, I'm ahead of my time in the future with mine, 20,045. Marty McFly like looking for a fight, reincarnated Ike in the club with her. And the girlfriends with her, me and girl taking dibs, who gon' be the first to split her? I recommend that we bend that together, that way feelings don't get hurt when she say she like me better. Trendsetter, let imagination run free. I'm a jet setter, get a hater from around me. I'm astounding, sounding like $1 billion, rolling up in armored trucks. I'm that black Scrooge McDuck, what you said, come hella high water, I'ma be. So I'ma have to go and do me. So ain't nobody gon' get it like me, so I handle my business, that's the way it's supposed to be. Come hella high water, I'ma be. So I'ma have to go and do me, cause ain't nobody gon' get it like me, so I handle my business with the, hey, we came here. This goes out to you, Brad. And this goes out to you, Gibson. And this goes out to you, Jackie. You did a great job tonight. Give it up for yourself. I want to thank y'all for having me out. Bring out some more rap. Bring out some more everything. The diversity here is beautiful. Thank you again, Tanyelle. Thank you. We are out. Peace.
Awesome. Jeff.